Chemical engineerings have different industries in different places.
For all future chemical engineers, we have interviewed a special chemical engineer in the field of pharmaceutical in order for us to have insights in the field of this.
Here is Engineer Dennis Kahal.
Good afternoon po, sir. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to have an interview with you. As aspiring future chemical engineers, we would like to know how it takes to be a chemical engineer. Our first question is, in your own description, what is chemical engineering that is related to your industry, to your work?
Well, for me, in relation to my work, chemical engineering encompasses all the discipline in terms of what I need to know from my industry. So, for example, for personal care, so it helped me a lot. I mean, as a chemical engineer, to know all the chemistries, the ingredients attached to the formulations out from the given, let's say, product. So, to be very specific, for example, with the shampoo, formulations are from Unilever, it's easy for me to comprehend the ingredients, and I can easily, mix and modify the formulations because of the knowledge I acquired out from being a chemical engineer. Though it's like a combination of the discipline out from chemistry, or let's say BS Chem and BS Chemical Engineering. So somehow it's a combination. And it gives me more, I would say, confidence in dealing with all this because of being a chemical engineer.
Second question po, why did you choose chemical engineering as your program and what are the reasons po?
Well, as mentioned, chemical engineering was not first choice, not the first choice of mine. It's just that I really pursued medical discipline, but I'm afraid of blood or hematophobic. So somehow, someone from my relatives said, pursue chemical engineering, somehow related to doctor, yung pala, more on the pharma, which she was referring to. So, pure choice. But it turned out to be a blessing because I learned a lot out from the discipline that was given by Mapua or Mapua Institute of Technology. That was MIT then. Yeah. So I should say that it was by accident, but as mentioned, I mean, with the discipline of my career right now, it's basically a blessing in disguise.
Third question. What are the most important skills that you must possess as a chemical engineer?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, actually, from my 20 years career, I would say hard work is the number one. You need to possess that kind of skills or discipline. And I still remember when I was a student in Mapua, we were asked to carry this T-square. I don't know if you're familiar with T-square, and we have this drawing board. I mean, we need to carry that. I don't know if it's still being practiced in Mapua. And the attendance, I don't know if it's being practiced in Mapua. Now, you're not allowed to be late. So somehow those values that were inculcated on us, so until now, it's in my, I would say, discipline. And in terms of tackling with the people around me, it exudes that kind of confidence that you have to be on time, you have to be firm with all your decisions or policies being implemented out from the company.
Next is, what are your proudest achievements as a chemical engineer?
Naku, proudest. Hindi ko rin alam pero siguro swerte rin. Di ba sabi ko nga sa inyo, it's more on hard work. Walang replacement in terms of hard work and then the right attitude. So siguro with those two outlook in life, I was able to reach my position right now kasi as mentioned, I'm one of the few lucky employees of this company with a global responsibility. So somehow I'm proud that I'm from Mapua and then in a way that I'm proud that I was given that kind of discipline. That's where from from the lowest rung to one of the top management with my organization. So somehow all those values from the being on time with, let's say, with the class, and then with the teamwork with my classmates during that time helped me a lot in a way to demonstrate that kind of values from where I am now.
Sir, how can a Mapuan graduate be separated from other graduates of schools?
Pupurihin ko ba kayo?
Like,
Well, based on my experience, kasi I'm handling other schools. Actually, being a Mapuan, or I'm just a bias, out from this, but I can really determine who's really the hardworking one, the one that is very much into academics, very practical. With all this behavior, let's say discipline, like being a hardworking personnel, or I would say being given that responsibility, Mapua will always deliver. So meaning, Viva Mapua! Oh.
Sixth question, how long did it take for you to find a job after
Wow,
graduation?
instant. So right away, those people around, I mean those employers around, they're really seeking all these alumnus or alumni of Mapua. So yeah, as mentioned, my first job was with Shell. So it was Shell who really applied to all these students out from Mapua. Sila yung malapit. Kasi noted daw na hardworking, and then hindi daw umaalis ng kumpanya. Kasi walang choice. Yeah.
How was your first job experience po?
What do you mean
Parang,
first experience?
how did you cope up with like first time doing
Actually, it's like this, no? The advantage niya, as mentioned, being a Mapuan, you're exposed to all hard work. Yung simply by getting this T-square, sasabit yan. Also pa ba yun yung sasabit sa jeepney? with your unit operations, all these books. That's part of the process eh. So parang for us, you're really, programmed to do tasks that is incredible, or I mean purely, more on hard work.
So, next question is, what are the advantages of being chemical engineering in your industry?
Well, I would say the comprehension, it's easy. Actually, normally, if there's this decision about the chemistry of our business, they will call me. It's like no one can decide except me. That's the value of being a chemical engineering in a chemical distribution company. With my employer, and at the same time, it's like I'm the consultant when it comes to strategy, because I need to know the regulatory requirements out from the different countries, and with your comprehension about the chemistry or chemical related projects or initiatives of our company, it's easy for me to work with all these complexities because of my background as a chemical engineer.
Next question is, what part of your job do you enjoy the most?
Well, it's the traveling, because as mentioned, I'm responsible for Asia Pacific, and at the same time more on the new people out from the organization, so helping them to grow in our organization or to climb the ladder. So I'm more of some sort of sharing, mentoring guy in the organization. So I love what I'm doing by interacting with these people.
So, in connection po in your relationship to and mentoring po, what are your advices to future chemical engineers?
For me, don't hurry just take your time and enjoy being a student. Kasi hahanapin nyo yan pag nagtatrabaho na kayo. So, enjoy every moment. Parang one effort at a time. Then, create friendship, create a camaraderie with your classmates, with your teachers, professors. Enjoy what is today or what is now because, alam mo yun, time is an essence. So, you really have to enjoy now. Yeah.
Sir, what are your advices sa mga students na nagsasagal sa chemical engineering?
Eh, bakit sila pumasok sa chemical engineering in the first place?
Like,
No, actually, I'm more of history. I like history. So, ang layo ng history sa chemistry, di ba? But, what I did was, parang I have this foresight na, wow, I will have this title after 5 years. So, for you, it's 4 years. And, you know, in the province, di ba, parang, wow, si engineer. So, we have this title na, wow, big time, right? So, sabihin nyo na lang na make a vision that after 4 years, they will have this title. And kahit saan, I mean, walang shortcut. So, lahat, basta there's this effort of knowing what is chemical or chemistry. And then, importante then you have to interact. If you're, as mentioned nga, if you're introvert, try to be a little bit of extrovert to get the support of your classmates. Kasi that's very important for you to survive in Mapua. Diba? And as mentioned, I survived sa Mapua because of siguro I planted friendship then I was able to survive from Mapua.
Will you recommend studying chemical engineering?
Viva Mapua! Of course, yes. I will recommend to study sa Mapua University. Yep.
As a chemical.
And when I talk to the instructors, professors, the discipline, the selection process of, I don't know, but I think it's more strict than before. Yeah. So there's this procedure that was explained to me by Dr. Nieva. So somehow I learned a lot na, wow, it's really hard. Given in a limited period of time, I mean 4 years.
Final question, what advice can you give to future chemical engineers?
Advice. Well, just be yourself. That's very important. And then just plant goodwill in everything you'll encounter or anything that you'll do in the future. Just put dedication. That's very important. Kasi the people around you, especially the people on top of you or above you, will recognize or will see that effort. If it's plastic or, talagang, the effort. So may reward naman dyan eh. So, and there's no way na shortcut to the top. You really have to, push, yeah. You really have to aim for excellence. And Mapua is noted for that. I mean, very resilient. And then, just be yourself. I mean, for me kasi parang I trusted myself with knowing my limited capabilities then. But I excel with, I believe na that's my strength. Then I focus on my strength. Kasi if you will to dwell on your weaknesses, you'll stay sa baba. So, important is you believe in yourself and then, as mentioned, elevate your strength and then surround yourself with good people. And very important din in the organization, you have this mentor that you believe na makatulong sa iyo in nurturing your career.
Any additional questions?
Sir, ano yung mga struggles na naranasan mo transitioning from being a student to an employee?
Kasi sa Mapua nga, it's more on parang in a way you were parang prepared na. Parang they put the foundation na limited ang adjustments. So, it's just that yun nga, with the personality of Mapuan, parang yes sir, yes sir. So, yes sir ako nun, diba? and then tech na dito ba, then that's the only time na you will change your diba, work ethics in a positive way. So more on limited adjustment kasi your objective is to contribute that's how mapuwa inculcated in your mind.